Hey everybody, this is Greg and Samantha from Varimax Fitness, and today we're going to go over a full body strength routine and a little bit of cardio with the TRX. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to have Sam go through just a little bit of a basic warm-up. So I love starting my normal warm-ups with just some basic old school jumping jacks. Now Sam has her heart rate monitor on, so we are going to be able to look at this later and see how many calories we should burn in this workout. And for right now, we're going to stick with everything as far as time. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and switch to seal jacks, open and close. And as we're doing this, we're going to explain all these movements as she's doing them. We're going to give you some variations. We're going to go through some warm-up, go through some core exercise, some cardio, some strength, and we'll see how things go. And then one more, and we also have a guest Chica here as well. All right, let's go do open gates. Open the gate, close the gate. And then after a few of these, now since we have a TRX available, we're going to start incorporating the TRX into some of the workout in just a few seconds. Okay, and then when you're ready, Samantha, go ahead and grab the straps of the TRX, and you're going to come out towards here. We'll come towards this direction, and we're going to go through a lunge with reach back. So as you take a big step forward, there you go. As you scoop your hips, just like we normally would with that lunge with reach backs, the straps are actually going to pull our chest, and you just kind of step back, and then alternate feet, and every time she steps forward, and if you want a bigger stretch, step that front foot even forward, get that reach, open up the hips, open up the thoracic spine. And now, in order to add a little twist, if you see what she's doing after she steps back, she's going to reach that arm back towards the heel to get a little bit more lat, oblique. There you go. Okay, and now we're going to start using some of the basic TRX movements as part of a warm-up. Now, we're going to have Sam start facing the attachment point, and she's just going to start with just some basic TRX rows. Fairly lightweight. Remember, this is just the warm-up, guys, not the actual workout, so you don't need to make this very hard. Right now, I'm just looking at posture. I'm working on a plank position, body's in a straight spine, core is tight, shoulder blades are tight, glutes are tight, and she's just working through range of motion. And we're going for about 15 to 20 seconds for all these little warm-up exercises. And you got a few seconds left. And then when Sam is ready, she's going to take her feet back. She's going to start in about a standing position, so there's tension on the straps. And she's just going to go into a basic squat or a basic deep squat. And again, all we're doing is we're just kind of moving the body. I'm not trying to make this super difficult. She's working on sitting her hips back, loading her heels. Her spine is still in a straight position. And then if this isn't comfortable, we're going to have Sam demonstrate an overhead squat with the straps. So she's going to take the handles up, widen out her feet a little bit, and keep tension on the straps. The straps are not holding you up. You're holding the straps up. Okay? So if I were to snap those straps, she would still be standing. And again, you'll feel a little bit more activation in your upper back when you do these. Okay? Got about three or four more seconds. And then we're going to get Sam into some core work. All right, Sam, go ahead and take a break. All right, so ideally, like I said, the purpose of that warm-up is really just to get the blood flowing, get things moving. So what Sam's now going to do, she's going to be on her back. All right? So we'll be on her back, still facing the attachment point, and we're going to put her heels in the straps. All right? So now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to basically go over some basic bridges. So anytime the heels are in the straps, if you notice the handles are underneath her toes, not fully into the straps, she's going to keep her toes pulled towards her. All right? In order to do a bridge, I like to do this in 4 movements. So first, knees are going to come up. Maintain the knee position. She's going to squeeze her glutes and bridge into a full bridge. Abs are tight, back is flat, butt down, legs out. Knees in, hips up, hips down, knees out. Timer's already started for Samantha, so we're going to do about 30 seconds of all of these exercises. So if you guys are following along, if you need extra breaks, take extra breaks. All right? If you notice she's going at a controlled pace, all right? You don't need to go very fast, you don't need to go very slow, but you can alter the pace when it comes to some of these exercises. You're not trying to do as many as you can in 30 seconds. On a control. If you do feel this a little bit too much in the hamstrings, keep the legs straight, and then just try just a basic bridge and just the bridges. All right, now go ahead and take a break. Now that the legs are straight, all right, for some of you guys that work out with us at Varimax, we tend to do a lot of band walks. All right, what I like to do with the TRX, keep the toes pulled towards you, squeeze your glutes, come up into a straight bridge, and now maintain your toes pulled towards you. You're going to lead with your heels, and you're just going to separate. So this is basically a scissor movement with the hips. Now again, you're looking at core tight, arms are down, shoulders are away from the ears, and she's going to start working this glute medius. And you'll feel this just like you normally do the band walks. If you need to take breaks, take breaks. She's got about 10 seconds left. After our last glute exercise, we're going to flip around and do some core. 3, 2, 1. All right, go ahead and take a break. All right, now when she's ready, she's going to go on to her back. All right, so now since I'm here, I'm going to help her. You want to show them how to properly. Sorry, on your stomach. All right, let's go. Toes in. 1, 2. Okay, so we're going to start with her going into a plank. Now, the way I like to talk about a plank in the TRX is, again, if you have the straps, you can pull your toes towards you. Elbows are going to be directly into your shoulders, and she's going to tighten her abs to come up into a basic plank. All right, so now if at any point in time, if any of these are uncomfortable, you can take your feet out of the straps and just hold the plank. I'm going to look at tight here, flat back, and if that's still comfortable, I'm going to have her start what's called a body saw. She's gently going to rock back and forth. All right, and we're going to do this for about 20 more seconds because she's already been on here for about 10 seconds. Again, not a lot of movement here. Don't go too far back. Don't go too far forward because I don't want to hurt your shoulders. If you have bad shoulders, toes are out of the straps, and you're just holding a foundational plank. Got about 5 more seconds left. Nice and tall. Again, she's not dropping. Her hips aren't very high. 2, 1, and take a break. All right, so now the next one, she's going to be in a basic push-up plank position. So we're going to be on our hands, all right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to start her with a plank again, and we're going to basically do a TRX crunch. All right, so up into a plank, and you're going to lift the hips up and pull the knees to chest, and control back out. Hips up, knees in, back out. Don't allow your hips to drop lower than your shoulders when you extend the legs out, and really drive those hips as high as you can as you're pulling your knees as close to your chest as you can. About halfway there. Now again, if you notice she's not going too fast, not going too slow. This is your own tempo, all right? If you go too fast, you may lose your position. But if you go slower, you can really feel that control in your core on the way back out. About 5 more seconds. 2, 1, take a break. All right, and the next one we're going to do is fairly similar. This is actually one of my favorite TRX core exercises. It's called stir the pots. All right, now you may have a hard time seeing from this view, but what she's going to do is she's going to do a very similar crunch, but her knees are going to come around in a circle. So Samantha, go ahead and get up into a plank position again. All right, now if I were to put a basketball right under where her knees are, she's basically going to swing her knees around from one elbow to the other and back down. Around from one elbow to the other and back down. Now you don't necessarily need to come to a complete stop, but you can if you need to. So we're going to do this for about 15 seconds on each side. This is harder than it looks, especially when she's already started. 7 seconds left. Big rotations. Notice she's going the same direction. The key here is to remember which direction you went on this first part. The second part starts getting confusing. And take a break. Rest if you need to. You'll start to feel that in the obliques. All right, shoulder blades, the whole core. And then when she's ready, you ready? We'll do the other side. Set, go. 15 seconds. And by all means, you can continue maybe doing 20, 30, 40 seconds when you get good. But by the time you've done the warm-up, the core, the bridges, the crunches, these are tired. 4, 3, 2, 1, and take a break. All right, so Samantha's going to go ahead and get up out of that position. And next thing we're going to do is we're going to start getting that heart rate up. We get the warm-up, body's ready to go, heart, now I want that heart rate starting to pump. All right, so we're going to do 3 different movements cardio-wise. We're going to do sprinter starts, what's called a triple jump, and a lateral bound. And we'll give you an option for the lateral bound if you don't have a lot of room in your house. All right, Samantha, if you want, go ahead and set up for a sprinter start. So now if you watch what Samantha does with the straps are underneath her arms. All right, the thumbs are going to be on the straps, and she's going to come down and she's going to rest her body on her thumbs. All right, so there's no slack in the straps. She's leaning into the straps. I'm going to have her walk both feet back to about a 45-degree angle. So she's relying on the straps. Thumbs are against the chest. If your thumbs are out here, you're going to scrape your sides. Now, from that position, I'm going to have her take 1 foot, and she's going to step it back, only about a foot. And then she's using this lead leg to drive through the ball of her foot up towards the sides and back down. And I'm going to start her timer going for 30 seconds, exploding, pop through the foot, pop through the foot. All right? Spine is straight. If you look at how flat her back is, no matter where she is in this movement, she's driving through the ball of her foot. If you do want to make this more advanced, you can actually get some ground on that hop. 5 seconds left. 2, 1, take a break. All right, shake that leg out. You will definitely feel that in the quad. All right, I'm going to give her a little bit of a rest here. All right, and we'll start in about 5 seconds. And we're going to do the other side, same thing, 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. Exactly. Drive through the heel. Now, if you notice now that she's on that foot, you'll actually see that foot move a couple inches up, a couple inches back, a couple inches up, a couple inches back. So if I want to make this comfortable, I'm going to keep my foot planted. If I want to make it more challenging, I'm actually going to gain ground, lose ground, gain ground, lose ground. 30 seconds is a long time. Drive through that. Don't get yourself too close to the floor. 3, 2, 1, and take a break. All right, so the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to give Samantha a little break here. I'm going to show you what's called the triple jump, okay? So the triple jump, same position, straps are underneath. I'm going to be at that 45-degree angle, and I'm going to start with 2 small hops back, 6 inches, and from that position, I'm driving up, all right? Almost fully standing, I'm still relying on the straps. Half back, pop. 1, 2, 3. All right, so now notice, if I'm jumping, I don't want to see knees collapsing in or flailing out. We're straight. 1, 2, I'm loaded, pop, 3. So we'll give Samantha about 30 seconds of that. Triple jump.
Same.
Yep, same position. Completely relying on the straps. Now again, if you start letting your hands get away from you, you'll start getting scrapes on the sides. 30 seconds, 2 hops back, and fire forward, go. 30 seconds. Pop, 2 back, pop. There you go. Think about trying to really get up here. Bam, there you go. 2 back, pop. Don't feel like you need too much ground. Chica loves the turf exercises. 15 seconds left. There you go. Really try to get up here. Pop. Good. Smaller movements back. Don't get too far back. Pop. There you go. 3, 2, 1. Take a break. Okay. Now, the last one we're going to do as far as cardio, and we are going to do a second set of cardio, is a lateral bound. Okay? So now Samantha's going to grab the straps just like she did with her TRX row and squat, and given her room here, she's going to start here, and she's relying on the straps, but she's not pulling them. They're not white knuckles, and she's just supporting it. She's going to bound over to one side, over to the other. And we'll start that 30 seconds already. All right? And if you can see from that angle, she's loading her hip. All right? So my hip's loaded. There you go. Nice job. 10 seconds left. I don't know if you can see it, but Sam's heart rate is up to about 85. Again, we're trying to get that heart rate up. 3, 2, 1. Take a break. All right, take a breather. All right, I'm going to allow Sam to get a little bit of water. And we're going to try to go through one more round of this. So if you are doing this at home, grab some water, take a little breather, let the heart rate come back down. We're looking at Sam. Sam is almost hitting red in our My Zone here in gym. All right, and then when she's ready, we're going to do one more set. 30 seconds per leg on the sprint starts. All right, so find your 45 degrees to start with. All right, take a small step backwards. There you go. Ready, set, go. All right. And again, this is depending on your comfort level. If you're not used to this much cardio, you may need extra breaks. But if you notice her spine is straight, her eyes are up, she's not looking down towards her feet. Right? Everything is about body awareness and body posture when you're using the TRX. You're holding that plank at all times. You have 10 seconds left on the first leg. Again, she's still driving through the ball of her feet. 5 seconds left. 2, 1. Take a break. All right, shake it out. We definitely got Sam's heart rate up now. All right. So we'll do her other leg. I'm going to give her just a few seconds. Again, if you're doing this at home, if you haven't done this before, you may need extra breaks. So we're going to incorporate these breaks into the cardio section because we're going to be getting into strength here after this as well. All right, second leg. Ready, set, go. And here comes Chica again. 5 seconds down. Let's go. Now, again, this is tiring. So make sure you're keeping aware of your form. You're halfway there, less than 15 seconds left. Tall as you can. Nice job. Chest up, eyes up. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a break. Shake those legs out. Where do you feel that mostly? Right through the quads? Or heart rate?
Quads. My heart.
Yes.
My life.
All right. So again, I'm going to give you about another 15 seconds rest. Let the heart rate come back down. All right. So again, we'll go into the triple jump. All right. So I'm going to give you a guide to try to pass. All right. So when you do that double jump back, it only has to be 2 small 6-inch jumps back, and then a big 12-inch jump forward. All right. How you feeling? You ready? Want to let that down a little bit?
2 seconds.
There you go. All right. 30 seconds. 2 small jumps back, and start slow if you need to. Set, go. There you go. Right. 2 small jumps back, pop forward. 2 small jumps back, and always try to get back to this line every time you come up. All right, if you find yourself kind of creeping back and back and back and back, you may realize you're really close to the ground in those back jumps. I don't want this uncomfortable on the knees. All right, big explosive jump forward, almost to the point where you're landing flat-footed. 10 seconds left. 5. Yep, if you feel that slack in the strap, you may be sneaking too far down. 2, 1, take a break. Right. Last thing, we got one more thing at cardio. We're gonna, same thing, lateral bounds. Now, Samantha, if you don't mind, even though we did the lateral bounds, if you don't have room in your hallway or wherever you are in the room, the other thing that you could basically do is basically just a holding suspension, alternating lunge hop. So I'll leave it up to you. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. So once you do a couple lunge hops, if you want, you can go back to the lateral bounds. Ready, set, go. All right, so now same concept. If she's lateral bounding, I'm loading that hip, I'm loading my heel, she's loading that front foot. All right, the straps are just supporting her. They're not trying to save her life. All right. And halfway, if you're going to go back to lateral lunges, all right, start to feel the burn. Remember, we're gonna get a nice little rest after this, and we're gonna go into strength. 8 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a break. All right, go ahead and relax, Samantha. Go ahead and grab some water. Take a breathe for a second. All right, so now as you guys catch your breath as well, I'm just going to go over the 3 major movements we're going to do in our strength circuit. We're going to go through 3 rounds of strength, and it's going to start with a foundational lunge, a foundational pull, and a foundational push. Okay? So one of the things that we're going to do is, if you've noticed, we started with our straps at about knee height, and for the purpose of ease, all these exercises can be done from this level. There are different levels, but we're going to start with the knee height. All right? So, quick little reminder as you guys are catching your breath, there should always be tension on the straps. So if you're doing your rows and there's slack on the straps, it means you're going too far up. Or if you're leaning so far back to where you're pulling on the straps, you're relying on them too much. Okay? So the foundational movements we're going to start with, our first set of strength, is going to be just a foundational lunge, a foundational pull, and a foundational push-up. Okay? How you feeling?
Alright.
You ready? Okay. So we're gonna set Samantha up. So quick little reminder when we start, alright? Straps are gonna be in her hands, elbows are at her side, good posture, alright? And for the purpose of strength, instead of alternating, I'm gonna have Samantha do 30 seconds on one side. Now again, it's not about how many reps you can get in 30 seconds. It's a controlled downward movement, controlled upward. If you do want more cardio, you can increase your tempo, but never sacrifice form to incorporate speed or reps. All right, so pick a leg. We'll start with one leg up. And when we say go, ready, set, go, step back. All my pressure is going to be either on my fingertips or that front heel. If you need to, feel free to scoot that way. You're almost coming towards the banner. There you go. Good. Right. So despite the fact that this is a lower body movement, having the straps in her hands allow hers to focus on shoulder blades, posture. Her head is nice and tall off her neck. You get 7 seconds left on that first leg. 3, 2, 1. Take a break. Shake it out. I'm going to give you about 10-15 seconds in between legs. So far, so good? Okay. Ready? Set. Go. Step back. Right. Exactly. Now, if you look from this angle, when she steps back, a perfect step back position or a perfect lunge, her ankle is at about 90 degrees, her knee is at about 90 degrees, and her back hip and her back knee is also at about 90 degrees. She's not too far forward, she's not too far back. Everything's loaded on that heel or the straps. Got about 7 seconds left again. 3, 2, 1. Take a break, shake the legs out. And then from that position, we're going to go into just a foundational TRX Low Row. Okay? So from that position, again, she's finding her plank first. Abs are tight, glutes are tight, shoulders are back, and then she's going to walk her feet forward. So there's already tension on the strap before she walks her feet forward. Now, as we go through this, she may be able to change her position. Right? So we're going to start with a row. Set, go. 30 seconds, nice and tall, core is tight, shoulder blades are tight. I'm really driving my elbows down towards her hip bone to really focus on that shoulder squeeze in the top. Her glutes are holding her whole body in a plank position. She's not allowing her hips to sink back halfway, tall as you can. And again, if you notice, she's controlling her descent. She's not just doing as many reps as she can. If you're getting 30 reps in 30 seconds, you're going way too fast. About 3, 2, 1, and take a break. Okay. All right, so now when you're ready, we'll just kind of swing around. We'll go into a TRX chest press. Okay, so now again, depending on the angle that you're at, will make this easier or harder. Quick little notes on the chest press. Don't allow the straps to scrape your arms. Okay? So Samantha's going to start at an angle she feels comfortable with. If that's too hard, she can move forward. If it's too easy, she can move back. Ready, set, and go. Elbows go wide. Now keep in mind, if that was the ground, she's not trying to go through the ground. She's trying to go to that imaginary bar in between the straps. And she's still keeping her plank. Shoulders are down, abs are tight. Right? Your choice whether you're on the ball of your feet, or you can relax the heels down and get a little calf stretch. And if you want to make this harder, the lower to the ground you go, the better, but do not sacrifice form to try to get harder in your arms. If you notice the straps are not touching your arms, you got 3, 2, 1, and take a break. All right, so that's our first set. All right, everyone feels comfortable with that? So now what we're going to do for the next couple sets is we're going to add variations to this. So if you come back and try this exercise again, if you see some of these next variations, you could do these for your first sets to make things harder. So the next set of lunges we're going to do is basically called a curtsy lunge. All right, so a curtsy lunge is basically when she steps back, she's going to take this knee and she's going to cross over, and it's actually going to aim towards the outside of her heel. So if I'm facing you, it's crossed over, graze, and come back up. I'm not putting any pressure on that back leg. All right, so same thing, same position, elbows at her side. Ready, set, go. And you'll actually see her knee come across and graze the outside just by that back heel. And what you'll feel after about 30 seconds of this is more outer glute and glute. So not only are you getting the quad with a typical lunge and that step back, but getting a little bit more glute. It's always good to get the glutes more involved. 10 seconds left. And if you notice again, her posture is still upright. She's not side crunching, she's not slumping over. It's just across the leg and back up. 3, 2, 1. Take a break. Same thing, shake that out. Should feel a little bit more on the outer hip. And go. Second leg. So I gave you about a 10-second rest there. If you need extra rest, take it. If this means taking 20 seconds off and 20 seconds on, you can. We're going at about a 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off. 15 left. Again, nice and tall. You may find that you may have a little bit better balance on one side than the other. 5 seconds left. 2, 1, take a break. Okay, so now for the purpose of the rows, I'm going to kind of throw a little bit of a curveball in here. We're going to do a single arm anti-rotational row. Okay, so now since we have the straps with the safety harness in here, you're always going to pull that tight to make sure there's no slack in the rope. All right, and she's going to hold the position as if she has both handles. All right, and if you just want to do a quick demo real quick, tall as you can, and you can control yourself all the way down. All right, so notice her body still looks like there is no rotation. It looks like she has another strap, but she actually doesn't. I don't want any twisting or turning, so this becomes a core exercise, and it gets a lot more for the arm and back on one side. All right, so we're going to do 30 seconds per side on this. Ready, set, go. All right. So again, I like actually using the other hand to know that I'm not leaning or shifting. If you lower yourself down and your other hand's way back here, you've allowed yourself to twist. Right? If you can maintain hips level, glutes neutral, shoulders neutral, head up, it becomes a great anti-rotational core exercise. Got about 10 seconds left on the first arm. 5 left. Same thing, tall as you can. Shoulders are level, hips are level. 2, 1, take a break. Arms out. Let's get a little bit more bicep, a little bit more upper back. I'm not letting her shoulder creep up, and I shouldn't see this. All right, other side. Ready? Set, go. Tall as you can, there you go. Form looks good, spine stays straight. At any point in time, she's holding that rigid plank position in her midsection. Halfway there, 15 seconds left. Tall as you can. I'm still seeing shoulders are level, head is nice and tall. She's not ducking down, she's not jutting her head out forward when she's pulling. 3, 2, 1, take a break. All right, so now we go back to TRX push-up, do you wanna try a TRX push-up with toes in? Not an atomic one. Alright, so now if you want something more advanced, alright, kinda like we did as far as the planks, we're gonna go toes in. Now again, you could go back to the push-up that we just did before with your hands on the strap, alright? Now, since she has 30 seconds here, she can slow this down or she can take breaks as she needs to, or at any point in time, she can just come up and finish with the hands on the straps. You ready? Set, go. So this is just a basic foundational suspended push-up. Alright, if you get tired, you're already in this position, if the 30 seconds isn't up, you could just hold a plank. The other option is if you really want to make this a challenge, you can do what's called an atomic push-up, which is a push-up and a crunch. Alright, much, much harder, get a little core in there, you got 10 seconds left, feel free to finish with whatever you need to. Abs are tight, shoulders are tight, 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, take a break. Nice job. 2 rounds down, 1 round to go. Alright, so far so good? Alright, shake the legs in, take a little breather. We're going to go into a suspended split squat. Alright, if you want to actually go ahead and show them that stretch if you want to. If you're getting tired, you need a stretch. This is a great little thoracic stretch. Push the hips back, really opens this up, stretches out. Maybe we'll go over some stretches if we have some time at the end. Have to talk about that. Alright, so now we're going to go into a suspended split squat. Alright, so what I like to do is actually put one foot in both handles. Alright, cross over there. Okay, alright. If you need to, you can always have something available to you. Alright, so now if you notice, the strap is directly behind her, it's not too far forward. And what she's going to do, I'm going to start the timer, ready, set, go. She's going to step back and come back up. So now again, if you look, it's still that foundational lunge position. Alright, her knee is over her shoelaces, not over her foot. And when she steps back, it's almost like she's trying to touch that back leg to the ground, not just throw it behind her. Same thing, level hips, level shoulders, head as tall as you can. I'm still looking at a straight spine, flat spine, 10 seconds left. All the weight is on her front heel. She's not relying on the straps to put too much pressure on. This is just a stabilizer, and she's not putting too much pressure over her toe. 3, 2, 1, take a break, and 1 foot out. Got it? Ready? Set, go. 30 seconds, other side. Now this is definitely a little bit more challenging. There's a lot more stability to it. Obviously you had your hands to help stabilize before, but now in this position, it makes you more unstable because now one of your legs is moving and you don't have that arm position. All right? And same thing from that side. Now you can see her left leg loads the hip, loads the heel, spine stays straight. And again, her back leg comes down almost like it's touching directly underneath her hip. It's not extending way back behind her. 3, 2, 1. Take a break. Okay? All right. So now we're going to add another little twist, literally and figuratively, to the single arm TRX row. So now what I'm going to have Samantha do, again, I'm going to make sure there's no tension in the strap. All right? And instead of just doing a row, I'm actually going to have her actually rotate. I'll face you so you can see it. I'm going to turn my torso. I'm actually going to reach towards the ground. My hips are still level though. So now it's a full rotation all the way up, all the way down. And now not only am I going here, but I'm actually getting a little bit of a twist. So it actually looks like I'm pulling a bow and arrow. I'm fully extending here, fully extending. Okay? So again, it gets harder depending on how far down you get. Give yourself a little bit of room so you don't have the behind you. Alright, so same thing, 30 seconds. You're gonna reach to the ground, trying to keep your pelvis facing the attachment. Ready? Go. All the way down, reach back. All the way up, reach as high as you can. All the way down, reach back. Get that elbow behind you, reach as high as you can, like you're trying to reach up to that strap. There you go. All the way down. All right. So now, she's still using her hips to stabilize her spine. If you notice her pelvis isn't opening, her thoracic spine is. 10 seconds left. Reach back and reach up. Reach back, reach up. 3, 2, 1. Take a break. All right. And then same thing. Give yourself some room. I'm kind of watching her heart rate as we go. All right. 30 more seconds. Ready, set, go. Way down, and then really reach. Exactly. In those first couple, you may have realized that you have to kind of pull yourself up a little bit, right? And she sees where she is. She can rotate. And really, she gets that elbow all the way behind her, so she's pulling up. There you go. Nice and tall. 20 seconds left. is still tall. She's rotating, but she's not side bending or crunching. Her spine is tall. 10 seconds left, really reaching up, all the way back. 4, 3, 2, 1, and take a break. Okay, so now for the last set, it's completely your choice what you want to do for a TRX push-up. You can either do a chest press, crunch, atomic push-up, single arm, no, just kidding. Okay, so we're just gonna let her finish out with just a basic TRX chest press. Same thing, things are getting tired, abs are tight. Ready, set, go. All right. And now again, if she wants to make this harder, she can scoot her feet back. As things are getting tired, as you're getting tired, don't start to allow the straps to start scraping on your arms. Keep those arms up in front of you. There you go. Halfway, 15 more seconds left. Five seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and take a break. All right, so that is a full exercise. That is a full body workout. We even threw in some extra core. We got some rotation in there. Our last few minutes, let's do just a few stretches. All right, so one of the things that I'm gonna have her start to do is in the same position, I'm gonna let her toe up, butt back, and I'm basically just gonna allow myself to sit into the straps so she can feel a little stretch in her hamstrings and calves. Okay, and we'll just do these last couple stretches. Toe up, allow the hips to come back. You can kind of lean in the straps a little bit, and she'll feel a stretch right down the hamstring and calf. Yep, go ahead and step back even further, stretch out the arms. Okay, now if I want to get a little bit more of a stretch, I'm going to rotate in, and then I'm going to actually rotate out, and really reach that arm up. And when you rotate both directions, you get that little stretch. You'll add a stretch in the hamstring. All right, and then come on up. And you're going to alternate legs. Kick that other leg out. Sit the hips back. Pull the toe up. Really feel that stretch. And ideally, I could hold these for about 20 or 30 seconds apiece. All right, and then same thing. I'm going to rotate away from the toe. You're going to feel a little stretch in the glute. And then rotate back towards the toe, and you get a lot more stretch in that hamstring. And then the last thing I'm going to have Samantha do is the stretch that she was doing mid-round, is just sitting her hips back, really allowing the straps to pull her arms as much as the arms are pulling the straps, really opening up the thoracic spine. The more weight she sits back on her hips, on her heels, she gets that stretch. Same thing in that same position. You could rotate underneath one side, open up, and you'll really feel that oblique, lat, hip, and then same thing on the other side. All right, that is it for this workout. Hopefully it was enjoyable. I know, let's see, Sam ended up burning over 300 calories, got 100 reps on the board, and she was definitely in red during a lot of those times. Thank you guys very much for watching. Tag us, post it, let us know what you think, and we'll see you guys very, very soon.